Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Open Format. I'm Rajat Kane. Well, in the series of conversations that I have with my viewers and my followers, I'll talk about the art of documentary filmmaking. Especially in this episode, it's nothing to do with any specific episode of the series which I've made. In the format of documentary features, especially in the genre of history. With this art of documentary filmmaking, what one could do is to find out certain subtle elements, which of course are lesser known, as we talked about in a previous episode, where three visual motifs of the episode inside Rashtrapati Bhavan were taken into consideration. The first one being the Jaipur column, the second one being the Rampura bull, and third one being the Delhi order. Similarly, there are several things, there are several hidden stories, which is just waiting to be discovered, waiting to be taken out of the surface, which is lying in the labyrinth of certain tales. It has its own stories, it has its own narratives. Well, one story which I found quite fascinating while making the documentary series was a story of Black Taj Mahal. Black Taj Mahal is a subject of utmost discussion. There is a clear cut division of people who believe Black Taj Mahal was indeed commissioned by Emperor Shah Jahan, whereas it's been dismissed as something which has been a local narrative, a folklorish so as to attract more tourists and more visitors on a certain expanse around Taj Mahal, which is nothing but a part of fertile land. Way by, of course, when there was such a clamor about to find Black Taj Mahal, it was commissioned by ASI to dig out that part of the land which is bang opposite Taj Mahal across river Yamuna. A beautifully laid out garden was found out, but there was nothing to say a structure had existed over there, or there was at least a planning to have any such structure. When we talk about Parliament House, the old Parliament building, there were three chambers besides the central hall, one being Rajya Sabha, the Lok Sabha, and the third one, which is now being used as a library, was a Princess Chamber. Not many people know about it. It was also a chamber where Supreme Court of India was housed before a new building was sanctioned post independence for having or housing a Supreme Court of India. Similarly, another story, another fascinating story is about how the gradient which we see from India Gate's far end as you look at Rashtrapati Bhavan, the gradient which is a slope going up, housing the North Block and South Block, became the reason for two great friends falling out, Sir Edwin Lutyens and Sir Herbert Baker. These two were the principal architects of designing of New Delhi when the capital was shifted from Calcutta to New Delhi in 1911. There were indeed a lot of discussions which took shape of a consternation. Ultimately, these two fell out. So, of course, there are several stories that one could find out in documentary besides just focusing on the subject in hand. Well, thank you for watching this episode. As we'll go further, we'll talk more about such stories which is often associated with a primary structure that we often so focus but leave out these small tales and narratives which also forms a part of narratives or the leitmotif that pushes a story forward, makes it more exciting, makes it more important, or makes it more worthy of noticing its historical significance. So please keep commenting, keep sharing your views. I'm really grateful. Many of you have been commenting me in person, and I would rather like to hear more from you as to what more you would like to hear about the documentary series which me and my co-producer Iman Hassan wrote, directed and produced for Rajya Sabha TV. Thank you. Goodbye.